Welcome to the Student Mentor Partnership for Success seminar, Building the Student Mentor Partnership. Once again, I'm Steven Lazarin. I am the Student Success Mentor here for NMSU Global. This is an introduction to mentoring and student success. The Student Success Mentor works with NMSU Global students across all majors and disciplines. The mentorship program is committed to providing support to global campus students adjusting to college life, getting to know the campus and its resources. I just wanted to give you a little bit of history about me. I too was a non-traditional student. I came back a little bit later in life. And, if I will be honest with you, for me, it wasn't a little bit of adjustment. Getting back into a rhythm of things, juggling work, school, life, family, kids. I trust me, I've been there. It can be a little challenging, but trust me, you can do it. I just wanted to let you know that some of the concerns that you may have, sometimes you may think, am I the only one going through this? No, you're not. We're here to help. Like I said, I've done that too. So I just wanted to let you guys know. The Student Success Mentor provides a wide range of support to students. Mentors will introduce students to key strategies and best practices for academic success. One of the main goals is to help strengthen essential study skills like time management and note-taking, as well as learning strategies that support academic success. I know for me, as a student, it took me a while to get my time management skills in order. I'm also here to help initiate and guide student development and promote learning opportunities. I'd like to share important campus resources, as I said, designed to support each student's academic journey. And when I talk about campus resources, we are here. Sometimes we may need tutoring. We may have financial aid questions. There's a whole host of things that come up throughout your academic journey. And we want to let you know that we're here with you every step of the way, providing that motivation, understanding, and more importantly, that online human touch. Building online student-mentor relationships. Me personally, I will say I am a huge people person. I love talking with people. I love interacting with people in person. I'm an in-person person. I grew up in retail. I started working at 16 at a local department store back in Los Angeles, California. And I have to say, for me, it was some of the best education I've ever had. It taught me how to interact with people, how to deal with people, how to understand people. In a microcosm, it is a crash course to communication, listening and customer service, being attentive, and seeking out resolution. Sure, a person may be looking for a certain size or in a pair of shoes, and it may seem like small potatoes to some, but when a mom is looking to help get her son ready for school, those shoes are very important. So you learn to deal with all kinds of things, all kinds of situations. And so, going back to building the online student-mentor relationship, for me, I love this challenge. I love being able to connect with people via Microsoft Teams, Zoom meetings, phone calls, texts, what have you. I just love making that connection. So, I know the pandemic has changed our world completely. Our world is an online world, and I wholeheartedly embrace it. And so I think for me, when I saw this position, this was a great opportunity for me to build relationships. I love building relationships, but more importantly, I love maintaining those relationships. Building relationships and building trust. It's about connecting one-on-one. For our NMSU Global students, we have weekly campaigns that are going to be rolling out. This week was an introduction email where I just got to meet with a whole host of students, and it's been great. just letting them know of our services, what it is we're looking to do, the outreach that we are making with our students, letting them know that they are not alone. My job is to help identify goals. What are your goals? I salute each and every one of you here on this call and all our NMSU students, our NMSU Global students looking to come back and get their education. What I pride myself on is getting to know someone. I'm interested in what interests you. Is it criminal justice? Is it communication? Is it psychology? Whatever it is, whatever your passion is, I want to help see it through. When we meet one-on-one, when we have our opportunities to meet together, it's an opportunity for us to share our stories. It's a confidential, safe space where we can talk. We can talk about school, maybe some of the obstacles, some of the things, some of the challenges. And from that, we can identify solutions to help get you back on track. For me, having a sense of humor is huge because, as I said earlier, sometimes we may go through things and you think, am I the only one going through this? Am I the only one struggling with this? And again, I say no. So, have a sense of humor. Give yourself some grace. If it's been a while that you've taken and are barely coming back to school, give yourself some grace. We support you. We are so humbled that you chose us to finish your schooling. And I just want to let you know that we are here to motivate and show support every step of the way. And when we come back, some of the topics that I'm going to touch on are things that we may already know. But for me, I think it's always valuable that we hear it again. Sometimes we may have forgotten certain things, and then you may walk away, you're like, I already knew that. But then when the opportunity strikes, you're able to say, you know what? I'm glad I took that seminar. I'm glad I remember this little tip. It helped me. So one of the things that I pride myself on is effective communication. Think of how often you communicate with people during the day. Think about that. Think about how often you communicate with people during the day. You may write emails, you're in meetings, you're texting, you're calling, you're having an in-person meeting, you may have a Zoom meeting, you're reaching out to your colleagues, you're creating reports and presentations, you're collaborating with others. And think about it. We communicate in our home life as well with our family and friends. We communicate as soon as we get home. We communicate at the dinner table. We communicate via our phones. If you're like my house, I'll have my son text me from the other room when he's just down the hall, but I get a text from him. So trust me, we communicate much more than we think on a daily basis. And I love talking about communication skills. This is my wheelhouse. I love communicating. I love talking. I love interacting with people. And we're going to be talking about active listening, certain communication methods, being friendly, having confidence, sharing feedback, volume and clarity, showing empathy, showing respect. And one of my favorites is responsiveness. I love being responsive to those I'm in contact with. Let's talk a little bit about active listening. Active listening, sometimes called appreciative listening or mindful listening, means paying close attention to who you're communicating with by engaging with them, asking questions, and rephrasing. Practice active listening can build respect with your colleagues and increase understanding in the workplace. As you actively listen, focus on the speaker and avoid distractions like cell phones and laptops. I know we've all been in meetings or gatherings or what have you. You're trying to have a conversation. Someone keeps checking their phone. Someone keeps, checking their screen on the computer. And you feel, are you listening to me? Are you taking into account into what we're talking about here? Active listening, be in the moment, especially, I've worked in customer service, and, being an active listener really helps as you're trying to help someone and trying to resolve an issue for them. That way you don't have to say, well, what exactly did you mean? Or can you repeat that again? And furthermore, I think that kind of lends a little bit of irritation to the person that you're actually trying to help. Using the right communication method. Using the right way to communicate is an important skill, I should say. There are benefits and disadvantages to communicating through emails, letters, phone calls, in-person meetings, or instant messages. Communicating is better when you consider your audience, what information you want to share, and the best way to share it. Who here has gotten the text and you read the sentence, you read the couple sentence or blurb, and you're not sure about the tone, you're kind of questioning the tone and whatnot? That is me all the time. I am much more comfortable calling someone or meeting with someone in person and getting exactly what it is they mean. I think I like to think I'm pretty old school. I grew up with a rotary phone, if I'm going to date myself. So that being said, I'm old-fashioned. I love talking with people in person or just a phone call. That always helps me. Friendliness. I feel in this day and age, friendliness is something that we're losing, and I'm on a quest to help bring it back. We have to help. This really helps in our interpersonal relationships, just being friendly. Friendly traits like honesty and kindness can help foster trust and understanding when communicating at work or in the classroom. Try to communicate with a positive attitude. Keep an open mind and ask questions to help understand why they're coming and where they're coming from. Small gestures such as asking someone how they're doing, smiling as they speak, or offering praise for work well done can help you foster productive relationships with colleagues and managers. I like to think that with everyone I deal with, I love to be friendly. I love to see them smile, especially when you've taken a call or you've gotten an email and you can tell that the other person is needing assistance. They're a little angry, what have you. And I swear, when it is you help someone, you can almost hear someone smiling on the other end of the phone. So friendliness for me is key. I truly feel it works wonders. And also another thing that I love is confidence. People are more likely to respond to your ideas that are presented with confidence. There are many ways to appear confident, including making eye contact when you're addressing someone, sitting up straight with your shoulders open, and preparing ahead of time so that your thoughts are clear and you're able to answer any questions. Confident communication is useful, not just on the job or at school, but also during the job interview process. So and some of the students I've had the pleasure of speaking with over the last week or so, of course, we're getting our education. We all have various reasons, but a common sentiment that I've heard is job advancement. People are looking to come back to school because they want that promotion. They have their sights set on something more. And I think that, here with us, I love talking with someone and hearing their confidence. And I know exactly where they're coming from. And I think this will serve you well, when it is you have that dream job interview. Sharing feedback. Feedback can answer questions. And again, at the end of this presentation, I will give you my contact information, my email address, as well as my phone number, because I want your feedback. I want to see how we can make this better, how I can make this better, and better serve our students later on. So going back, feedback can answer questions. It can provide solutions or help strengthen the project or topic at hand. Providing and accepted feedback is an essential skill. It can help both you and the people around you make meaningful improvements to their work and their professional development. Volume and clarity. When you're speaking, be clear and audible, adjusting your speaking voice so others can hear you in a variety of settings. That is a true skill. It is critical to communicate effectively. Speaking too loudly may be disrespectful or awkward in certain situations. If you're unsure, and I follow this to this day, read the room and see how others are communicating. So this volume and clarity will always help you. Again, always analyze the room and get a sense for how others are communicating, and that'll help guide you as well. Empathy. I know that when I reach out, to certain in certain scenarios, I want to be understood. I want to be felt. I want them to understand what I'm going through. And especially in this day and age, with regards to, customer service, everything being held online, you name it. Having empathy means that you can basically understand and share the emotions of others. If someone's having a hard day, if someone's failed a class, you want to be there. You want to be there. You want to understand. Let them know that you understand exactly where they're coming from. That you're there to help. You understand. You're sorry about what they're going through, but you want to hear them out and see how best to help them. One of the key things that I truly live by is respect. A key aspect of respect is knowing when to initiate communication and respond. In a team or group setting, allowing others to speak without interruption is seen as a necessary communication skill tied to respectfulness. Respectfully communicating also means using your time with someone else very wisely, staying on topic, asking clear questions, and responding fully to any questions that they may have asked you. Keep that in mind when you're writing emails. I love to say good morning. Good morning, Ms. Smith. I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to reach out and touch base, see how things are going. It's those little things. It's those little things, when you're reaching out to professors, coworkers, colleagues, what have you. It really helps move things along in a positive manner. Nonverbal cues. Some amount of communication happens through nonverbal cues such as body language, facial expressions, and eye contact. When you're listening to someone, you may choose to place attention to what they're saying and their nonverbal language. How many of you have walked into a room or a meeting and you see someone with their arms closed off, eyes rolled? It's not a good feeling. You take these verbal cues. Like, as I said, we communicate much more than we give ourselves credit for each and every day, and in every situation. People read our body language and can make assumptions. So, be mindful of those nonverbal cues. And one of the things, again, that I love is responsiveness. Whether you're returning a phone call or sending a reply via email, employers, colleagues, everyone will always, more times often than not, view fast communicators as more effective versus ones that are slow to respond. One method to consider is how long your response takes. I truly find it, when I send emails and I'm looking to get feedback or ask an opinion, get some advice, it happens to this day. You all send an email and you don't hear back for a couple of days, and you wonder, and you send a follow-up email, and you finally hear back from the next day. It just kind of, for me, it makes me kind of second guess, people's commitment and whatnot. So nonetheless, I say to everyone, be responsive. If you can't get to something right away, let them know that you're working on it. Mr. Smith, I just want to touch base with you. I got your email, and I want to let you know that I'm working on this request. Set that expectation. I look to reach out to you in about 24 hours. I just want to send this email and let you know that I am working on it. Be responsive. Time management. This is another key that will always help you. I know, as I said, for me, coming back to school, it took me a while to develop my time management and organizational skills. So if this is something that you struggle with, by all means, and we will share this presentation after this. So it may take us a while, but nonetheless, this will be available for everyone to access. So time management. Time management skills help you manage your time well. Some of the most important time management skills include organization. As I said, this is I struggled with this. So this is some of these subjects are very near and dear to me because this is what I work on. I continually work on them, and that's some of the things that I pride myself on to keep practicing over and over, and just trying to help myself be more efficient. But staying organized can help you maintain a clear picture of what you need to complete and when. Being well organized might mean maintaining an up-to-date calendar, being able to locate certain documents easily, having a tidy environment, and taking detailed, diligent notes. Also with time management is prioritization. Assessing each of your responsibilities for priority is key in being a good time manager. There are many ways to prioritize what you need to accomplish. You might decide to complete fast, simple tasks followed by longer, more involved ones. Alternatively, you might prioritize your tasks starting with the most time-sensitive or a combination of both. My advice is do what works best for you. We're all different. We all work differently. Things work better for us in the morning, afternoon, what have you. So trust me, I understand. My advice is do what works best for you, with regards to prioritizing. Again, this one comes up again. In time management, communication. Developing strong communication skills can allow you to make plans and goals clear to various audiences in your life. It can also allow you to ask questions when necessary and communicate challenges in a timely manner so that everyone stays on track. Again, you can never get away from great communication. It's always a main topic of mine. It helps in so many facets of our school, work, daily life, especially with a household such as mine, with kids and schedules and practices and stuff. So it's always great to communicate so that, again, that everyone stays on track. Planning. A fundamental part of time management is planning. Being efficient in planning out your day, meetings, and how you accomplish things will help you stick to your schedule. Here in my household, we have a huge calendar on our wall that helps us with planning. It helps us with time. As I said, we have kids in practice, doctor's appointments, you name it, the whole gamut. It is about planning. So again, students planning your day with work, life, everything, this will definitely help you as well. And again, I say give yourself some grace. We are so excited that you are here with NMSU Global, taking ownership of your education. We understand at times with school, work, life, things can get stressful. Take some time for yourself. When practicing good time management, you should also be attentive to your mental health and physical health, I should say. Handling stress in a positive way can help you stay motivated and perform well when going through your schedule. You might do this by including small breaks throughout your day or rewarding yourself in small ways as you accomplish tasks. I know for me, small breaks definitely help me. Just some light breathing exercises, some music. A good music break for me helps. I'm an old school rock guy, some Van Halen, Motley Crue, Def Leppard. And yes, I did go to the concert last week. That always helps me. Again, give yourself some grace, be good to yourself, enjoy your time, enjoy your time in school, enjoy everything, enjoy your family, enjoy your work, do it with a smile. But as I said, be good to yourself and give yourself some grace. Problem solving. Strong problem solving skills will help you overcome challenges and keep projects moving forward on schedule. Problem solving will also help team members to stay on the same page with each other. Show that initiative, be that problem solver, always offer solutions, and I promise you'll always be a well-received member of the team. This is one of my personal favorites. Don't procrastinate. You have a choice. Do it now. I love this picture. Do I do it now, later, or never? Just do it now. For me, I love knowing that after a long day of work, that I've done everything that I could have for that day. I love going to bed with peace of mind. I love knowing that I've done everything for the day. That helps me to sleep better at night. I don't like to procrastinate because for me, when things pile up, as I said, for me, it's hard to dig out of that hole, so to speak. So when things come in, I just like to get them done. I love to stay busy. I don't like to procrastinate. Yeah, sometimes there is some time management. Sometimes you have to push things aside or push them back. But for the most part, I love doing things. I love doing things now. So I offer that advice. If you can, like I said, everyone's different. If you can, try and do it as quickly as possible. Goal setting and planning. This is key. And this is one of the things that we're going to talk about throughout the course of this semester with regards to the student success mentor and the student relationship. We're going to talk about goal setting, how to set a goal. I know you all have a vision, which is why you're here. You have the vision of getting your education. And again, my hat goes off to you. We're here to motivate you. We're so happy that you're here with us. And these are some of the things that we'll talk about as the semester goes on. But it's about goal setting. First, we got to consider what you want to achieve, and then how to commit to it. The acronym of SMART, setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals that motivate you. One of the things that helps me is writing things down. I make a list of what needs to get done. And as I get that task done, I cross it off my list. That's one of the things that helps me throughout my day. I have a calendar that I have on my wall that I write my goals, things that I need to do, and as soon as I get them done, it's a dry erase board. I wipe it off onto the next one. So it's about setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals. Again, goal setting is a powerful process for thinking about your ideal future and for motivating yourself to turn your vision of this future into reality. I say dream big. Dream big. Sure, your classes may be a little tough. Some are easier than others, but dream big. Set those goals. And of course, you're taking action, which is why you're here. And again, you're taking action, which is why you're here in this seminar. So again, thank you so much for joining us. Some of the things that we're also going to talk about that I wanted to just touch base on is, again, us being a resource here for you. Some of the things that I've heard throughout this first week of school is some of the financial aid questions that many students have. It's always, I say, please complete your FAFSA every year for every school year. Review your student aid report. And compare those financial aid packages, maximize all those grants and scholarships before applying for student loans. Sometimes I know that we have to take out student loans, but try not to. What I say is, get those grants, work on getting those scholarships, and if you have to. Like I said, if you have to, I know sometimes we do, just get those student loans to cross the finish line. I completely and wholeheartedly understand. I wanted to put this like I said, I will keep these slides up. If you want to write down these email addresses, by all means do so, because I want everyone to have contact information. We have two people who with us who are dedicated Global Campus Financial Aid team members, and they are Miss Nina McBride and Miss Lissa Forrest. So if you want to write down those email addresses, please do so. They are wonderful at answering questions, giving feedback, giving some clarity into certain situations. We may have questions about subsidized versus unsubsidized loans. How much does my opportunity scholarship cover? You name it, they are the people to ask. And again, if we get to the end of this presentation and you didn't really get something, again, I'm going to leave up my contact information. Reach out to me. Reach out to me, please. I'll be happy to get you in contact with them. I'll loop you in, and we'll get you the answers you need. Talking about financial fitness, I know as students, we have to juggle a lot. We're juggling home, we're juggling rent, mortgage, you name it, car payments, whatever it is. My best advice is to set and commit to a budget. Look at your, what comes in financially versus what goes out. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we may want to splurge. I'm right there with you. Trust me, there's things that I want to buy. I'm dying to buy. I'm salivating to buy, but I got to stick to my budget. It's hard, but I got to do it. So that being said, set and commit to a budget. Try and have an emergency fund. Things happen. Those rainy days, where a rainy day fund, an emergency fund, however you want to title it. Even if you just start out very, very slow, slow and steady, that's my best advice. And that comes from saving money consistently. Pay off debts in manageable bites. Something that works for you, something that works for your budget, your family, your respective situation. And some of the things that, as I said, you're going to hear things and you're like, well, I already know that. Well, again, I just want to put it out there just in case you forgot. Hearing it again sometimes helps, especially if you're thinking about it tomorrow or maybe over the weekend. But maybe tracking your due dates of your bills. I know for me and my family, that works for us. Tracking our due dates, our minimum payments or what have you. And we set up our alerts on our phones. We set up on our phone, we set up on the checking account. So that helps us to stay organized and manage things as best we can. So little tidbits of information that I can pass along. I hope this helps some of you out there. And I know for many of our students coming back, some of us, especially with regards to global, we may have a little bit of difficulty in terms of coming into Canvas coming into Canvas. I wanted to put this slide up here and talk about the Canvas orientation. We have this link here, and it might be in the chat. I can't see my chat screen just now, but nonetheless, trust me, you're not the only one. If you have questions about Canvas, how to navigate it in terms of the tools and whatnot, Canvas discussions, grades and feedback, peer interactions on Canvas. We have a great training here at NMSU that's offered by this. And I love this because it's called Ticket to Canvas, the Canvas orientation for students, and it's geared for students. It's a great way to get your sea legs, so to speak, and just help you build a better foundation if you need it. So again, this link, and if you don't get it here, like I said, reach out to me. I'll be happy to send it to you and help you in any way I can. Another issue that I'm encountering with our students that are coming back is needing our information technology services department, our help desk, getting tech support. Some of the things that they work on are resetting our passphrase. Some of us may need equipment rental, printing, the computer lab. I know a lot of us are NMSU Global, but sometimes if we're in Las Cruces or in the area and we need something, this is a great resource for our students. I'm have the direct phone number for them, as well as the help@nmsu.edu. You can send them an email. They also have a Zoom meeting link, and you're able to talk to someone via Zoom, and they're open from 8 to 5. So it's a great resource if you're having some tech issues, you want to talk to someone live, you can click on that. And again, if you don't get this here on the first go around with regards to our conversation, please reach out to me. I'll get that to you. I just want all of us to have the support and access that we need for our respective classes, and help us on our way to success. And just to let you know, again, thank you so very much for joining us here this evening. But I wanted to strongly invite you to our upcoming Student Success Seminars. On September 12th, we have Exploring Your Career by Miss Shelby Sears. And this is going to be, she is our dedicated career services person here with NMSU Global, a great resource. Yes, I want you to always be thinking about your career. I know you're working hard in class, and we're looking to help you cross that graduation stage to ultimately get the career that you want. So I strongly urge and invite you to join us for this. It's going to be September 12th at 5 p.m. and it's going to be Exploring Your Career. And also on September 27th at 12 p.m., this is going to be noontime here, Mountain Standard Time, we will be having our College Success Skills for Online Learning. And this is by Miss Megan Boyd, a great advisor here with us. And again, this is going to be during the lunch hour, the noon hour. So if you can, please join us. I strongly invite everyone and urge you all to come join us, be a part of this. And for those in attendance, I want to let you know that what we are doing here with our seminars is that we are offering a digital badge. Each one of you in attendance will get an email with a digital badge that Miss Shelby Sears has worked on. It looks great. And what these badges are, the students that collect the most badges will be getting some swag, some great stuff from NMSU Global, a nice little prize package, just with some goodies, just some swag. So when you're out and about in town, you can flash off that you're an NMSU Global student, and you're working towards your degree. So again, I want to leave this slide up for you. Please, again, my direct phone number is area code 575-646-3734. My email address is slazzarin@nmsu.edu, and that's slazarin@nmsu.edu. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, any comments, suggestions, how it is we can improve this series for you, the students. Love to hear it. I'll leave this up here a little bit longer, and then let me just show you what our digital badge will look like. This here, our Student Success Seminar. This is our first one. And each digital badge will highlight a certain city in the beautiful state of New Mexico. So this is here. Greetings from Las Cruces. Again, Miss Shelby, beautiful work. This looks awesome. And again, start to collect these, add them up, and toward the end, you're going to get some great stuff here from NMSU Global. All right, I want to be cognizant of your time. Again, thank you everybody for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Friday tomorrow. Have a great weekend. And again, have fun this semester. Have fun. Do great. Be awesome. We're so appreciative of you choosing us, NMSU Global as your as part of your education. So again, with that, thank you so much for your attendance here this evening. Have a great night, everybody. And again, join us here for these next two seminars. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.